We are coming to you live from the Republic Broadcasting Network, where you can handle the truth. Good evening from Boston, Massachusetts. My name is Frank Allen. Tonight, we discuss the right to bear arms in the United States of America. This is an issue that is playing out right now in Virginia. The militia's there. The people are there. And they're all waiting because the president's been called. So we need to find out what the president's going to do. Because if we have one amendment go down, you'll see the others surely go behind it. Our power of speech has been significantly limited. You can no longer get out of your car and talk to your local policeman about your speeding ticket, your traffic violation, whatever. You are told to sit in the car, look straight ahead, and provide the officer whatever he needs. We will never learn. Never. Because we think since 1776 that we are a free country with a very strong constitution. We're finding out just how strong the Constitution is. It's very strong. But if it's not followed by government and only followed by the people, it's just paper. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed upon. This is what we're fighting about. The Second Amendment to the Constitution. The United States Constitution. And it's not just about Virginia. Virginia and the Second Amendment are number one on the list. Number two are the rest of the amendments. Number one has been severely damaged. Number two, 17 states have already instated the Red Flag Act. If you look at anybody the wrong way, they're going to come and get your guns. I don't think there's any reimbursement either Firearms are not cheap. I just saw a video, YouTube video, not too long ago, and it showed dump truck loads full of weapons. We can't have this. This is why Paris fell to terrorists. Because the terrorists knew in the very beginning that the good people of Paris were not packing. No guns. No guns in Paris. No guns in France. Well, if they do get all the guns away from everyone in the United States, you're going to see one terrorist explosion after another. Just pick the city. Even the most well-intentioned government law or program can be perverted, corrupted, and used to advance illegitimate purposes once profit and power are added to the equation. Isn't it all about money? Families don't matter anymore. It's just money. The almighty dollar. The war on terror, the war on drugs, the war on illegal immigration, asset forfeiture schemes, road safety schemes, school safety schemes, eminent domain. All of these programs started out as legitimate responses to pressing concerns and have since become weapons of compliance and control in the police state's hands. Mark my words, gun control legislation, especially in the form of red flag gun laws, which allow the police to remove guns from people suspected of being threats, will only add to the government's power. These laws are growing in popularity as a legislative means by which to seize guns from individuals viewed as a danger to themselves or others. This is yet another Trojan horse, a stealth maneuver by the police state to gain greater power over an unsuspecting and largely gullible populace. We have 17 states now. They have red flag laws on their books. So if you have a traffic ticket that's not paid, that's an excuse. If you're behind on your child support because you lost your job, that's an excuse. So they'll grab all of your guns at the drop of a hat. So we wait. Another day dawns on the state of Virginia. As we all wait for the outcome. Is there going to be the start of a civil war? And the end of a civil war in one day? Or is this going to ignite a powder keg across the country? Well, damn it, I hope it does. We've had enough of government abuse and abuses. "17 states. How long will it be before it is 50? These laws, as they have called them, I don't think anybody in any of these 17 red flag states voted this in. Do you? I don't think so. It just got slipped in like everything else. The Washington Post reported these laws allow a family member, roommate, boyfriend, law enforcement officer, or any type of medical professional to file a petition with the court asking that a person's home be temporarily cleared of firearms. It does not require a mental health diagnosis or an arrest. So they've got the doctors on their side. They've got law enforcement on their side. They have your boyfriend, roommate, or a family member on their side. Ma'am, we really think that you should allow us to clear the home of firearms. In the midst of what feels like an epidemic of mass shootings, the statistics suggest otherwise. These gun confiscation laws, extreme risk protection order, or ERPO laws, may appease the fears of those who believe that fewer guns in the hands of the general populace will make our society safer. Of course, it doesn't always work that way. An automobile, a car, this can be considered a gun, a big gun, weighing from 2,500 to 3 to 4 to 5 tons into trucks. Now that's a weapon. You can take out a whole restaurant with that. But do we have such restrictions on those items, or are they on the way? What about a plane? Do we have restrictions on planes? Well, we probably do. But nothing like this. There's a gentleman, his name's Kevin, from Maryland. Now, the police went to his home at 5 a.m. So, who knocks at your door at 5 a.m.? Probably a crook, right? Maybe. So, Kevin picked up his gun and proceeded towards the door. He opened the door, and when he saw it was police, he put down his weapon. Then they issued him a warrant for all the weapons that he owned. And he got irate. And he exercised his First Amendment rights. Freedom of speech. They didn't like that. So, an altercation ensued, and they shot Kevin at point-blank range. So what did that accomplish? Did it take Kevin away from his family? Did it make him some kind of martyr? No. Are his children going to miss him? Yes. Are his friends going to miss him? The answer is yes. So they didn't go after his plane or his car or his knives or anything, but they went after his guns. We only have a few minutes until commercial. And what I would like you to do is think about what I've said. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Thank you so much for listening.
Folks, we're living in a world the likes of which we've never perceived any clearer than we do now. The plan for global governance has been in the works for generations and would have likely been achieved by now but for the fact that the globalists left open their Achilles heel. With all their tools, Federal Reserve System, fiat currency, no child left behind, and then Common Core education introduced to our schools to dumb us down, vaccines, pharmaceuticals to lobotomize us, GMO foods, insertion of compromised or bought and paid for politicians, judges, mainstream media propaganda, all pieced together like a puzzle designed to ultimately bring the world under submission. But with all their strategy, they forgot one thing: knowledge. And knowledge is power. With knowledge, their bombardment is nullified. Folks, with that, as brilliant and knowledgeable as you've become, among the wisest audience of any radio audience in the world, and you are, I want you to take a moment to reflect and ask yourself, how much of that knowledge did I obtain from Republic Broadcasting Network? How high has my consciousness been raised since I've been a listener? How fast am I now able to discriminate truth from fake news by being a Republic Broadcasting listener? How clear am I now able to see the world since I've been listening to RBN? Ask yourselves those questions, folks. Then ask yourself, what is that knowledge worth to me? Like my morning coffee, how would I survive without it? a voice of truth in a sea of lies, do we not all need to make sure it survives? Like public broadcasting, we are now finding we can only survive with listener support. Censorship, advertisers being attacked, truth itself being attacked. It's the only way through this. We at Republic Broadcasting humbly ask you to become a supporter. Look at your budget and make a determination of what Republic Broadcasting is worth to you and what you can afford on a monthly basis. Go to republicbroadcasting.org and pledge 20, 30, 40, 50, if possible, 100 a month or more if it's affordable. Click the donate button and become a regular monthly donor. Assure both us and yourself that Republic Broadcasting truth will continue to flow like that morning coffee. The network thanks you.
Hey, honey, I'm home. I grabbed a newspaper on the way home. Look at all the news today.
Don't you know that all you're going to get in the newspaper is propaganda, twisted news, and false information?
Honey, this is a national newspaper. It has to be true.
Ha! For some reason, the majority of the population believe anything the mainstream media tells them. The newspaper doesn't give out the important attention of what's happening to this country and news that affects our daily lives. Say, does that newspaper mention anything about the North American Union?
No, not that I can see.
I didn't think so. You need to go to www.newswithviews.com, where truth is more important than political correctness. That's www.newswithviews.com. Hey, don't throw that away. We can use that in the birdcage.
Okay, move over. Let me start reading newswithviews.com.
The truth? Read all about it at newswithviews.com. Newswithviews.com, where reality shatters illusion.
We are coming to you live from the Republic Broadcasting Network, where you can handle the truth. Good evening from Boston, Massachusetts. My name is Frank Allen. Tonight, we discuss the right to bear arms in the United States of America. Call into the show live and ask a question at 800-313-9443 or listen at 605-313-0163. And yes, we have been talking about the right to bear arms and how 17 states now have a red flag in place, and how Virginia is on the beginning of a civil war, or the end of a way of life. With these red flag gun laws, the stated intention is to disarm individuals who are potential threats, to stop dangerous people before they act. Now, where did they get this information? From the computer? From AI? From pre-crime? So they want to strip a whole state of all their firearms. Why? I don't have a reason, but I know the reason. Will be much more easy to manage if we don't have firearms. Now, while in theory it appears perfectly reasonable to want to disarm individuals who are clearly suicidal and or pose an immediate danger to themselves or others. Where the problem arises is when you put the power to determine who is a potential danger in the hands of government agencies, the courts, and the police. We've been down this road before. How many of our rights will they take away before they just invite China over, because we'll be just like China? Remember, this is the same government that uses the words anti-government, extremist, and terrorist interchangeably. Now, right now, I am exercising my First Amendment rights. Free speech. This is the same government whose agents are spinning a sticky spider web of threat assessments, behavioral sensing warnings, flagged words, and suspicious activity reports using automated eyes and ears, social media, behavior sensing software, and citizen spies to identify potential threats. This sounds familiar. In China, if you turn someone in for doing something wrong, you get the Good Citizen of the Day award, I guess. This is the same government that keeps re-upping. Okay, we have to go to commercial, folks, for station identification. Thank you.
Don't believe the church and state and everything they tell you. Believe in me, I'm with the high command. Can you hear me?
You are tuned in to the Republic Broadcasting Network. Visit our website by going to republicbroadcasting.org. So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Talk Right, the conservative app offered by TalkStream Live that caters exclusively to the conservative talk radio community. Here you'll see only talk shows and podcasts from the conservative right. All the big broadcast names and online digital shows in one place. Talk Right makes it easy to find all your favorite conservative talkers with all the upscale features you come to expect from TalkStream Live. Keep up with the fast-paced political world. Download Talk Right today from Google Play or the App Store.
How healthy are your arteries? Deteriorating circulation has a number of early warning signs. High cholesterol, high blood pressure, fingers and or toes often go cold, Arms and or legs often go to sleep. Sharp diagonal crease in the earlobe. Short walks cause cramping or pains in legs. Memory is not as good as it used to be. Ankles swell late in the day. Chest pain after physical exercise or emotional stress. If you experience even one of these symptoms, your circulatory system is crying out for attention. Extendivite is a natural solution to help improve your overall health. Extendivite is not your average heart tonic. To order, call 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com or find us on Amazon.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
How would you like to earn an extra $10,000 or more a month from the comfort of your home? We show you how to win with a home-based business opportunity. This could be one of the best financial decisions you ever make. Work from home, full-time or part-time. Plus, you'll never have to talk to anyone. Our professional sales team closes all your sales for you, and you keep 70% of all the sales made. You could be earning money while you're sleeping, shopping, working out, wherever you are, day or night. Our system goes to work for you. You can make a great income without any special computer skills or sales training. Plus, you get paid fast, within just 24 to 48 hours after our professional sales team closes a sale for you. Let us help you eliminate your financial concerns. You could be earning enough money to pay off debt, buy a house, a car, or whatever the case may be. We've got you covered. If you'd like to add an extra $10,000 or more a month to your portfolio, and you would like to know exactly what we're doing and how we're doing it, go now to www.getstartedwithus.com. That's www.getstartedwithus.com. Again, that's www.getstartedwithus.com.
Good evening from Boston, Massachusetts. In case you are new to the show, my name is Frank Allen. Tonight, we are discussing the right to bear arms in the United States of America. Right now, in Virginia, there is becoming a well-drawn line in the sand. The President of the United States has been called. We don't know the reason why. Not yet. There are some rumors flying around, but I'm not going to bring them up until we're sure. But since time is of the essence, I'll get right back to this. This is the same government that keeps re-upping the National Defense Authorization Act, or NDAA, which allows the military to detain American citizens with no access to friends, family, or the courts if the government believes them to be a threat. This is the same government that has a growing list shared with fusion centers and law enforcement agencies of ideologies, behaviors, affiliations, and other characteristics that could flag someone as suspicious and result in their being labeled potential enemies of the state. So you can't just go to work and come home anymore because you don't know what you're going to find. You might have your militia on one side, the government on the other side, you don't know what you're going to find. Tennessee's probably next. I'll give an example. Enemies of the state. If you believe in and exercise your rights under the Constitution, namely your right to speak freely, worship freely, associate with like-minded individuals who share your political views, criticize the government, own a weapon, demand a warrant before being questioned or searched, or any other activity viewed as potentially anti-government, racist, bigoted, or sovereign. You could be at the top of the government's terrorism watch list. If you open the gates and you let hundreds of thousands of people into the country, you have a problem. You've got a lot of people that don't know our customs. They don't know our laws. They don't know when they are making a mistake. So is it fair to the rest of us who have been born here or whose families came here in 1623 like mine? Is it fair to us to be treated as though we just got here? As a New York Times editorial warns, you may be an anti-government extremist, aka domestic terrorist. In the eyes of the police, if you are afraid that the government is plotting to confiscate your firearms, if you believe the economy is about to collapse and the government will soon declare martial law, or if you display an unusual number of political and or ideological bumper stickers on your car. So let that sink in a moment. I've seen some people that have gone from California to Boston and back, and they have every kind of bumper sticker you can think of on their car. They're not terrorists. Now I'm going to bring this up again because it really bothers me. In Maryland, after a police officer attempted to enforce the state's new red flag law, after it went into effect in 2018, at 5 a.m. on a Monday, 2 police officers showed up at 61-year-old Gary Willis's house to serve him with a court order requiring that he surrender his guns. Willis answered the door, holding a gun. Mind you, in some states, merely answering the door holding a gun is enough to get you killed by police, who have a tendency to shoot first and ask questions later. Willis initially set his gun aside while he spoke with the police. However, when the police attempted to serve him with the gun confiscation order, Willis reportedly became irate and picked up his gun again. And in the beginning, he was exercising his First Amendment rights. At that point, a struggle ensued, causing the gun to go off. Although no one was harmed, one of the officers shot and killed Willis. According to the Annie Arundel police chief, the shooting was a sign that the red flag law is needed. Well, if it wasn't for the red flag law, I guess no one would have been there. But because of it, they were. What the police can't say with any certainty is what they prevented by shooting and killing Mr. Willis. I haven't investigated yet. I haven't had the time. But I would like to see the way they actually looked at this in a court of law. Therein lies the danger of these red flag laws. Specifically, and pre-crime laws, such as these generally, where the burden of proof is reversed, and you are guilty before you are given any chance to prove that you are innocent. Red flag gun laws merely push us that much closer towards a suspect society where everyone is potentially guilty of some crime or another and must be preemptively rendered harmless. Where many Americans go wrong is in naively assuming that you have to be doing something illegal or harmful in order to be flagged and targeted for some form of intervention or detention. Not the case. You can be in the right place at the wrong time, the wrong place at the right time. It is a matter of fact that U.S. police agencies have been working to identify and manage potential extremist threats, violent or otherwise, before they can become actual threats. And they've been doing it for some time now. The police have been given an unfair burden. Not only do they have to go through their regular citizens. Oh, we have 10,000 people that just came in down in Louisiana. We have 200,000 that just got dropped by President or then President Obama in this location. So it gives them an unfair advantage over the police department. Because we don't know their customs. We don't know their laws. We don't know anything about these people at all. Do you think they went through New York Harbor like your grandparents or your great-grandparents? I don't think so. Do you think that they had to learn the Constitution before they became eligible to become citizens? I don't think so. So this has been President Trump's battle with illegal aliens. This is a fact that in today's United States, all you need to do to end up on a government watch list or be subjected to heightened scrutiny is use certain trigger words. Surf the internet, communicate using a cell phone, limp or stutter, drive a car, stay at a hotel, attend a political rally, express yourself on social media, appear mentally ill, serve in the military, disagree with a law enforcement official, call in sick to work, purchase materials at a hardware store, take flying or boating lessons, appear suspicious, appear confused or nervous, fidget or whistle or smell bad, be seen in public waving a toy gun or anything remotely resembling a gun, such as the water nozzle or a remote control or a walking cane. Stare at a police officer, question government authority, appear to be pro-gun or pro-freedom, or generally live in the United States. And there you go. Those are the reasons. Or be out after 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and forget it. You'll probably go to federal prison. Be warned. Once you get on such a government watch list, whether it's a terrorist watch list, a mental health watch list, a dissident watch list, or a red flag gun watch list, there's no clear-cut way to get off. Whether or not you should actually be on it to begin with. You will be tracked wherever you go. You will be flagged as a potential threat and dealt with accordingly. This is pre-crime on an ideological scale, and it's been a long time coming. The government has been building its pre-crime surveillance network in concert with fusion centers, of which there are 78 nationwide, with partners in the private sector and globally, data collection agencies, behavioral scientists, corporations, social media, and community organizers, and by relying on cutting-edge technology for surveillance, facial recognition, predictive policing, biometrics, and behavioral issues, in which life experiences alter one's genetic makeup. To that noxious mix, add in a proposal being considered by the Trump administration for a new government agency, HARPA, a healthcare counterpart to the Pentagon's research and development arm, DARPA, that will take the lead in identifying and targeting signs of mental illness or violent inclinations among the populace by using artificial intelligence to collect data from Apple Watches, Fitbits, Amazon Echo, and Google Home. It's the American police state's take on the dystopian terrors foreshadowed by George Orwell, Aldous Huxley, and Philip K. Dick, all rolled up into one oppressive pre-crime and pre-thought crime package. If you're not scared yet, you should be. Connect the dots. The United States was fascinated by Hitler's control over his people. Even after the war, they were fascinated. Still. Even some of the uniforms held by authority figures used the Gestapo's high brim hat or high top hat. Start with the powers amassed by the government under the USA Patriot Act. Note the government's ever-broadening definition of what it considers to be an extremist. Then add in the government's detention powers under NDAA. The National Security Agency's far-reaching surveillance networks and fusion centers that collect and share surveillance data between local, state, and federal police agencies. To that, add tens of thousands of armed surveillance drones that will soon blanket American skies. Facial recognition technology that will identify and track you wherever you go and whatever you do. And then, to complete the picture, toss in the real-time crime centers being deployed in U.S. cities across the country, which will be attempting to predict crimes and identify criminals before they happen, based on widespread surveillance. Complex mathematical algorithms and prognostication programs. Okay, folks. I have to say good night from Boston, Massachusetts. My name is Frank Allen. Thank you.
Here at Republic Broadcasting Network, we have been building our online store. Well, we have been focusing on bringing you the best talk show host in the country. Here at Republic Broadcasting Network, we also want our listeners to have products they can use every day and in times of emergency. We have added new products each week to our store. Your support of this network, plus products at the best prices, is a win-win situation. Check out our new store. Go to our website, republicbroadcasting.org, and click on the online store located at the top of our website. Together, we can continue to grow RBN and help our listeners prepare for the future. Go to republicbroadcasting.org and click on our online store or call us.
800-724-2719, extension 3. 800-724-2719, extension 3.
You're listening to Republic Broadcasting Network. Because you can handle the truth. Truth.